Dear students, welcome you to session 30 video of the chapter Absorption of Overheads, Cost and Management Accounting, 4th semester BCom of Mangalore University. So absorption of overheads means charging departmental overheads to individual products or jobs. So in this session, let us work out a problem. During the month of January, a factory worked for 26 days at the rate of 8 hours per day. It has production department X, Y and Z and the details of which are given below. So we have the information of the number of workers in each department, X department 20, Y department 30 and Z department 25 workers. The manufacturing overheads for each department are given. For X department 91,520, for Y department 1,24,800, for Z department 1,09,200. Now, the question is, calculate the labor hour rate for each department for absorbing the manufacturing overheads. The next question is, if a job requires 10 labor hours of X department, 12 labor hours of Y department and 8 labor hours of Z department, calculate the overheads applicable to the job. So there are two questions. The first question is to calculate the labor hour rate for each department. For the second question, to answer the second question, we require the labor hour rate. So the second part is to calculate the overheads applicable to a job. If the job requires 10 labor hours of X department, 12 labor hours of Y department and 8 labor hours of Z department. So the first aspect is we'll have to calculate the labor hour rate. To calculate the labor hour rate, we require the overheads as well as the labor hours. Now we have the information about the manufacturing overheads for each department, but the labor hours is not given. We'll have to calculate the labor hours for a period of 1 month. So it is the information is relating to a month, that is during the month of January, and factory worked for 26 days at the rate of 8 hours per day. So each worker works for 8 hours per day. Now we have 20 workers. So 20 workers multiplied with 8 hours and then that is for a day. Now we have 26 days work. So we can calculate the labor hours. So 26 days in a month, working days in a month, 26 days multiplied with 20 workers multiplied with 8 hours per day. So one worker works for 8 hours per day. So we have 20 workers and this 20 workers works for 26 days in a month. So 26 days into 20 workers into 8 hours per day is equal to 4,160 hours. So 4,160 labor hours we have. So the labor hour rate is equal to manufacturing overheads divided by labor hours, which is 91,520 for department X divided by 4,160, which is equal to rupees 22. So for department X, manufacturing overheads are 91,520 and the labor hours for department X which we have calculated is 4,160. So 4 divided by 4,160, labor hour rate is rupees 22. Now we'll come to department Y. Again it is 26 days and the number of workers are 30 workers and 8 hours per day. So 26 days multiplied with 30 workers multiplied with 8 hours per day. The labor hours are 6,240. So the labor hour rate is equal to manufacturing overheads divided by labor hours 1,24,800 divided by 6,240, which is equal to rupees 20. Now coming to the third department, that is department Z. 26 days multiplied with 25 workers in the department multiplied with 8 hours per day, that is 5,200. So the labor hour rate is equal to manufacturing overheads divided by labor hours 1,09,200 divided by 5,200, which is equal to rupees 21. Rupees 21. Now the statement of cost, how it is being prepared. Now we have different departments, X department, Y department and Z department. X department 10 hours, Y department 12 hours and Z department it is 8 hours. So 10 hours multiplied with the labor hour rate, it is 220. Y department 12 hours multiplied with the labor hour rate 240 and Z department 8 hours multiplied with the labor hour rate, it is 168. So a job requires 10 labor hours of X department, 12 labor hours of Y department and 8 labor hours of Z department. We have to calculate the overheads. So all the three, 220 plus 240 plus 168, it is equal to 628. Thank you.